He didn't lose everything slowly. He lost it on a Tuesday in March 2026. By the following Sunday, the word Steve meant nothing to anyone, including Steve. The morning it ended, he made coffee. That's the part nobody talks about. Not the lawyers, not the missed payroll, not the voicemail from his wife that he listened to 3 times in the parking garage because he couldn't process words anymore. Just the coffee. Dark roast. 2 sugars. The same mug with the chipped handle he'd used for 11 years because he told himself routine was discipline. He stood at the kitchen counter of a house that would be listed by Thursday, and he drank the coffee while it was still too hot, burning the roof of his mouth the way he always did, and he stared at the refrigerator. There was a drawing his daughter made in 2019, still held up by a magnet shaped like a pineapple, a stick figure with yellow hair and the words, "Daddy's Work," written underneath a building with windows. She'd given it to him like a gift. He'd put it on the fridge and forgotten it was there. He stood there for 22 minutes. He counted them. The quiet choices came first. They always do. A deal that felt slightly wrong but needed to close. A conversation with his wife he postponed because the Q3 numbers needed his attention. A doctor's appointment rescheduled 17 months in a row. A son who stopped calling and a father who told himself later when things calmed down. Things did not calm down. He chose the pitch deck over the parent-teacher meeting. He chose the investor dinner over the anniversary. He chose the version of himself that wore confidence like a pressed shirt every morning, regardless of what was underneath. Hitting rock bottom doesn't arrive with noise. It arrives as a Tuesday. Ordinary light, cold coffee, a phone that rings once, then stops. There was a night, November, 2 years before the end, when he sat in his car outside a bar in the rain and called his brother. His brother answered, said, "Come inside. Forget the company for one night. Just be a person." Steve sat with his hand on the door handle for 40 seconds. He could feel the cold metal through his palm. He could hear the rain hitting the roof like something trying to get in. He said, "I can't. I'm close to something." He drove home. He was not close to anything. 7 years later, he lives in a 1-bedroom apartment above a dry cleaner in a city where no one knows what he built. On Thursday mornings, the smell of steam and chemical solvent comes through the floor. He's learned to drink his coffee cold now. There's no mug with a chipped handle. There's no refrigerator drawing. Losing everything in 2026 did not make him wise. It made him quiet. Philosophical motivation sounds clean from a distance. From inside, it sounds like a man who burned 44 years of carefully arranged identity and stood in the ash looking for something that was never there. The stick figure drawing, he doesn't know what happened to it. That's the part that stays. Not the company, not the marriage, not the version of himself he performed for 2 decades. Just the pineapple magnet and a little girl who once thought what he built meant something. He never asked her if she still does. He already knows.